King Alfred the Great, a name that resonates through the annals of English history, is a monarch whose legacy extends far beyond his lifetime. Born in 849 in the Kingdom of Wessex, Alfred was the youngest son of King Ethelwulf. His story is not just one of royal lineage, but of a ruler whose wisdom, military acumen, and vision transformed the course of English history. In his early years, Alfred's life was marked by the turbulence of Viking invasions. England during the 9th century was a land under threat, with Danish Vikings raiding and settling along its coasts. Alfred's childhood was shaped by this backdrop of conflict and the need for strong leadership to defend the realm. Alfred was not originally destined for the throne. As the youngest of 5 brothers, his path to kingship was not assured. However, the early deaths of his elder brothers meant that by 871, at the age of 21, Alfred found himself thrust into the role of King of Wessex, the last major kingdom resisting the Viking onslaught. The early years of Alfred's reign were a desperate struggle for survival. The Vikings, led by formidable warriors such as Guthrum, posed a relentless threat. The pivotal moment came in 878, following a surprise Viking attack at Chippenham. Alfred was forced to flee into the Somerset marshes, where he took refuge on the Isle of Athelney. This period of retreat was not a time of despair, but of regrouping and planning. According to legend, it was during this time that the famous incident of Alfred burning the cakes occurred, when he was scolded by a peasant woman who did not recognize him. Alfred emerged from Athelney in the spring of 878 with a revitalized force. He rallied the men of Wessex and met the Vikings at the Battle of Edington. It was a decisive victory for Alfred and a turning point in the Viking Wars. The Treaty of Wedmore followed, where Guthrum agreed to be baptized and to withdraw from Wessex. This treaty did not end Viking raids, but it did secure a period of relative peace and stability for Wessex. Alfred's greatness, however, lay not only in his military victories, but also in his vision for a stable and educated kingdom. He saw the devastation wrought by the Vikings as a wake-up call for a stronger, more unified England. To this end, he embarked on a program of fortification, building a network of burhs, fortified towns, across his kingdom. These burhs were both military strongholds and centers of commerce and governance, playing a crucial role in the defense and administration of Wessex. Education and law were other spheres where Alfred left a lasting impact. He lamented the decline of learning in England due to the Viking invasions and sought to reverse this trend. Alfred invited scholars from across Europe to his court and initiated a cultural revival. He believed that knowledge and wisdom were vital for the governance of a kingdom, and he himself translated several works from Latin to Old English, making them accessible to his people. Alfred's legal reforms were equally significant. He compiled a code of laws known as dooms, which sought to blend the Mosaic Code with Christian principles and traditional Germanic law. This code laid the foundation for English common law and reflected Alfred's desire for a just and orderly kingdom. Despite these achievements, Alfred's reign was not without challenges. Viking raids continued intermittently, and Alfred had to constantly navigate the complex politics of the period. He managed to secure the succession of his son, Edward the Elder, ensuring the continuity of his dynasty and the stability of the kingdom. Alfred's health was an ongoing struggle, with contemporary sources noting that he suffered from a painful and debilitating illness. Despite this, his commitment to his duties as king never wavered, and he remained actively involved in the governance and defense of his kingdom until his death in 899. Alfred's legacy is profound and multifaceted. He is remembered not only as a warrior king who defended his kingdom against Viking invasions, but also as a wise ruler who laid the foundations for the unification of England. His contributions to legal reform, education, and military organization had a lasting impact on English history. Over the centuries, myths and legends have woven themselves into the fabric of Alfred's story. The famous tale of Alfred and the Cakes, where he was scolded by a peasant woman for letting her cakes burn, is a testament to his lasting impact on the popular imagination. These legends, while not strictly historical, speak to his enduring legacy as a king who was deeply connected with his people. Alfred the Great's story is a testament to the power of resilience, vision, and the relentless pursuit of a greater good. He was a king who faced insurmountable odds, yet emerged victorious, not just on the battlefield, but in the hearts and minds of his people. His legacy is not just in the kingdom he secured and the reforms he implemented, but in the idea of England that he helped to create. In this narrative, we have journeyed through the life of a man who was more than a king. Alfred's story is a beacon of hope and an example of what can be achieved with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to the betterment of one's people. His legacy continues to inspire, reminding us that even in the darkest times, great leadership can light the way to a brighter future.